Hello and welcome to episode 31 of Buxton Barrow Man, where I go through Buxton's history and clean up the town at the same time. Today I'm going to talk about Buxton Racecourse. No, not the Speedway, I'll leave that for a future video. So Buxton Racecourse. What was it? Well, Buxton has had two racecourses in the past for horses. The first was located around Fairfield Nook in the early 1800s. The only record of this was in 1804, and I believe it was near where these new builds are today. But the second racecourse has a little more history on it. It was located on Fairfield Common in the early 1800s on what was beforehand common grazing ground. And in 1821 it was recorded to have horse racing and cockfighting meetings every summer. The most noticeable part of the racecourse on Fairfield Common is the grandstand, commissioned by the 6th Duke of Devonshire in the 1830s, which came out at a cost of £1,000. That is now over £100,000 in today's money. And here is a programme from June 16th to 17th of 1830, including the Duke of Devonshire's Gold Cup race, the Nobleman's and Gentleman's Subscription Plate race, the Farmer's Stake race, and cockfighting at the bottom. Gotta really specify this here. Cocking as in male chickens. Okay? Now, of course, the racecourse doesn't exist anymore. It closed after its last meeting in 1840. The grandstand was taken down, and interestingly, the wooden timbers were reused in the construction of the Methodist Church on the marketplace in 1849. I believe they have been replaced now. But in place of the racecourse, we have Buxton and High Peak Golf Course, which was founded on the site in 1887. Back then the course was only 9 holes, but extended to 18 as it is today in 1893. And one of the holes is called Standside, in reference to the old grandstand on the site. Oh, and did you know the golf course had its very own train station, Fairfield Halt, that was open between 1907 and 1939, very close to where the grandstand used to be. And the opening of the station was requested by the golf club committee and the local authority to attract more visitors who lived close to the line between Manchester and Buxton. It was unusual because it only had one platform and it was only served by trains heading into Buxton, so passengers were only allowed to alight from trains to get off to go play a spot of golf. So short but sweet history. For this video, I have been back to the lake in the Pavilion Gardens, doing what started this series in the first place, cleaning algae off the lake. Because guess what? The High Peak Borough Council and Alliance Environmental have still almost a year on not to put anything publicly in place to either stop nitrogens getting into the lake, like all the geese poo, there's lots and lots of geese, stopping them from creating the algae. They've not dredged or cleaned the lake, they don't do any regular clean-outs of the drain, or do anything at all to the lake. So I managed to get 2 decent-sized wheelbarrows worth of algae out before I had to disappear off. Hopefully I can still upkeep the lake throughout the summer whilst I'm working to try and keep it in a decent looking order.
Thank you very much for watching this rather short episode. I was supposed to have some extra drone footage taken from today, but as you can probably hear, it's quite windy and I think my drone would fall over, so I wasn't going to risk it. So I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, ta-ra!